Hey there guys, it's CyberUltra here. Today, I wanted to spend some time talking about what the rest of 2022 will be looking like for Nintendo. So in the past couple weeks, they've shuffled things up a lot. We got Breath of the Wild 2 delayed from 2022, which would have definitely been a holiday title, over to spring 2023. We got a release date for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 coming out earlier than expected, moved from September all the way to July, a couple months back. We also got Splatoon 3, which is now coming at the very end of summer, so it still matches with the date kind of window that they gave before, but it releases September 9th, so that's barely summer. And they also had that February Direct a couple months back, which gave us a bunch of announcements and release dates for games. So in today's video, I'll be going over kind of what we already know about when everything is coming out after all of this reshuffle, as well as what Nintendo's holiday could look like. We have the summer pretty set in stone, but it'll still be interesting to talk about what the holiday will be. So let's get into it. So in April, we already have Nintendo Switch Sports confirmed to be coming out, so that's really exciting. I know a lot of people have been waiting for kind of a new Wii Sports type of game. Nintendo kind of disassociated themselves from the Wii Sports brand after the whole Wii U thing, but now it's nice that they're able to kind of bring that stuff back and kind of cater to people's nostalgia, because the Wii is pretty old now and people do have nostalgia for it, as weird as that may feel. There's nothing really slated for May at the moment, and then there's June. June is a big one. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes coming, which we just got a trailer for, and Mario Strikers Battle League. So I do expect Mario Strikers to get a trailer pretty soon going over more stuff before the next Nintendo Direct, just because I think waiting for a summer direct would be too long and that game needs some marketing now, because all we got was the initial trailer. Next, in July, we've got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is confirmed. That game is really exciting. I've played through Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm going to make sure to finish Xenoblade Chronicles 1 before the third one comes out, because that game does actually focus on both Xenoblade 1 and 2's characters and stories and kind of that world. So really excited for that. In July, we've also got Live Alive, and I think that game looks pretty cool, so if I have the time, I'll definitely be sure to give it a chance. August, not much slated at the moment. I think that could potentially be when they throw in Advance Wars. Advance Wars was already complete, that game was done. Its initial delay from December to April was because the game wasn't done, but now this one is purely because of the Ukraine war stuff, things that are going on there. They didn't want to release a game about war when world events like that are happening. I think it would be pretty insensitive, so I think it's good that they've delayed it, but my only concern is that world event type stuff is going to keep happening, so how long are they going to keep this completed game away from people's hands? So it'll be really interesting how Nintendo approaches that, because there is no year slated. It doesn't have to come out in 2022, but we'll just have to see what they do with that. It'll be interesting. I think it would be weird if they released it in August, especially because these things aren't going to be done by then. But also, do they want to wait years for some sort of conflict to end to release the game? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see their approach. Either way, I still appreciate how they kind of showed some sensitivity to the matter, because it would have been insensitive to release a game about war when a lot of people are going through a tough time. Next, we've got September, which is Splatoon 3, as we just learned. And now this is where things get interesting. The holiday season, October, November, December. We have a few games we know about, but how exactly are they going to release them? So the 3 games that we know about that should be coming out around that time are Bayonetta 3, Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So let's just talk about this. Pokemon, generally, Game Freak does their own thing, and I think it would be a November title. I can pretty safely bet that November is the release date. They don't usually release Pokemon stuff in October or December. I could be wrong, but that's just the feeling I have. But then in terms of Nintendo, they kind of like to have their own published games, and even though Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is something that they publish, Game Freak generally and the Pokemon Company generally do their own thing, and Nintendo has their own holiday lineup kind of separate from Pokemon. For example, the year Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu came out, they had Smash Bros. Ultimate. In the year that Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, they had Luigi's Mansion 3 as well as some other stuff here and there. And then in the year that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl came out last year, they had Metroid Dread and Mario Party Superstars to fill that holiday slot. And here, Ubisoft is actually the one that publishes the Mario + Rabbids games, So that's kind of more so their own thing. That's less Nintendo working with the company to, get a Mario game made, more so letting Ubisoft use that IP and making it a Switch exclusive. It's a little bit different because Ubisoft is a big enough studio that they can publish on their own. So in terms of actual Nintendo published titles, all they have is Bayonetta 3. And the thing is, I don't know if Nintendo would really lean into just Bayonetta alone. Then again, they may have been comfortable with just having Bayonetta because they know that those other titles are coming. But again, we haven't heard from Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope for a while. Maybe at E3 we'll get a release date for this year, but it'll be interesting to see. Again, it's been a long time since we've seen that game, and we don't know what the status of that project is. Nintendo will know, so they'll probably know if it's coming out this year or not. So I think a Bayonetta 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Mario plus Rabbids holiday lineup is pretty good. I think Pokemon is always huge, Bayonetta fans will be really happy, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a game that people loved, but it raises the question for me, is there anything else coming out from Nintendo this year? Are they planning on releasing maybe any ports of older games? I already made a video talking about why I don't think Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD will be revealed, but maybe I could be wrong, maybe those games are coming. Or on the other hand, we could get something else. Who knows? I'm sure that Nintendo's full first-party lineup still hasn't been revealed yet for this year. Maybe they have one or two more small surprises, more minor titles, something like minor along the lines of Nintendo Switch Sports, which they could release during the holiday alongside Bayonetta. But again, it raises the question, that is if Bayonetta 3 can even come out this year. If it does release within this year, then I think they'll be fine. But again, there might not be a guarantee on that. We just had Breath of the Wild 2 delayed. Who knows, COVID might affect Bayonetta 3's development. But we'll just have to wait and find out. Either way, Nintendo's lineup for this year is really strong. It's just a question of how will they end the year with that holiday lineup. Either way, let me know what you think in the comments down below and what you expect. Do you think they'll announce some new games, or do you think they're just going to go with what they have, assuming there are no delays? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.